So Gloria, what are those disciplines that you stuck to repeatedly that led to your success, to the success of Plugged In?
Regardless of how much frustration I found along the way, clients, I don't want to pay you. Most times you walk into meetings and someone first looks at you and they sort of like
Look down on you.
Look down on you. You need to arrive in a Range Rover, honey,
Let's learn to support each other.
Yeah.
Oh my God, even on social media, let's not break each other.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's a battle. So I open TikTok sometimes and you find, maybe someone has posted their husband or their wife and the comments in there and you look at this person, I'm thinking, you don't even know this human being. Where are you finding the audacity, the guts to tear them down, to shame them, to talk about their wife or talk about their husband, and then everybody wants to be a content creator. But guys, we are choking on the content. It's a lot. We're over consuming. Go find a real job. The content creation is not for everybody. For you to say I'm a full-time content creator, my friend, you had better be making 10 million and above a month.
Hello and welcome back to Behind the Business. My name is Judith Kavahinda and I'm excited to have you here today. Thank you so much for the subscriptions, and for the new people that are watching, I kindly ask you guys to subscribe and follow, because this podcast is here to inspire the next generation of game changers. We are here to give you insightful conversations, honest conversations, and here to inspire someone that wants to build something that matters. Because let's face it, success is not what we see on the surface. It is more about what happens behind the business. And today I have an amazing guest in studio, a fashion journalist, a fashion diplomat, the one and only fashion diplomat in Uganda, Gloria Haguma, a team leader at Plugged In Communications, a PR marketing firm in Uganda. And I can't wait to have this conversation with her today. Hi, Gloria. How are you?
Hi, doctor.
Oh.
Hi, Musao.
Oh,
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited to have you.
We honestly give God the glory and honor.
So much.
Also, fun fact, this is the first time I've ever been on a podcast.
Amazing.
Yeah,
so I'm excited to have you.
This is a milestone, a huge milestone.
We bless the Lord.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm amazed. I'm happy to have you. I'm excited to have you. And I know that you're going to teach so many people out there. You're going to inspire so many young people. I mean, the only fashion diplomat in Uganda, the one and only Gloria. So, Gloria, I want you to tell us about yourself. Tell people what you do so that they know who they're actually looking at.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Gloria Haguma. I am an award-winning fashion journalist with the Daily Monitor. I am also the team leader and founder of Plugged In Communications, which is a PR and marketing firm. Our whole basis is we want to help brands tell their stories boldly, differently, and also plug them into the spaces they need to get plugged into. I am also a fashion diplomat. I'm sure you're wondering, a diplomat for fashion? Yes, I am a fashion diplomat. I travel the world and tell fashion stories from all over the world. I have been to a couple of places. I have been to Moscow for Fashion Week. I have been to Copenhagen for the Global Fashion Summit. I have been to South Africa. I have been to, where else?
Qatar. I just want to clap.
So many so many places. So we give God the glory. Yes,
we give God
that
the
is
glory.
in a nutshell. And just to wrap that up, I'm also a proud child of God.
Oh, we bless the Lord. I am here too. So,
Amen.
Two children of God on the show, and
Yes.
here we are. And Gloria, take us through your journey of how you built Plugged In and how you've gotten here today.
It's actually a funny story. I've probably never told this story anywhere. So when I was joining the university, I didn't know what I wanted to do. For a fact, I thought I wanted to get into law because I always admired how lawyers operate. Yes. I always felt like they're very smart people. And when you're growing up and you keep doing these little things, and people say, oh no man, I was you're going to become a lawyer. I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to campus, get into law. And then I got to know that there were over like 6 years of law.
I was
like,
it's a long time.
That's a very long time. Like my whole thing was I wanted to be done with school and become free. Like we all thought we were going to become free before adulting dealt with us. So when I was going to the university, then I had a boyfriend. So he tells
okay.
me, you know what, there's this thing called mass communication. I think you should do that. But I've always liked writing. I've always written. When I was in school, I remember in my O-level at Seta High, I used to write people's compositions, and then they would give me their cornflakes and their their appetizers and everything. So I've always loved writing. I like the expression of oneself through words, because I'm actually a very introverted person. So for me, writing was how I would express myself.
Yourself,
So when I
yes.
got it, I attended university at Uganda Christian University in Mukono.
Yes.
So I enlisted for mass communication, and I majored in public relations. But during my second year internship, I got placed for an internship at the Daily Monitor. When I started out, there was a place called The Razor. It closed, unfortunately. That's where I started, and then I moved to the Daily Monitor. And so that's how I started writing. But my practice was actually in public relations. So I did, obviously, writing for a while. But I've always been very passionate about being part of brands and their stories and how they grow, and, you know, how they sort of
Show
portray
up in the
themselves,
world,
show up in the world. So I've always wanted to be a part of how brands tell their stories and, you know, how they show up in the world. So that is how Plugged In started. It started as a one-woman company.
Oh,
Yes, I was
started
single-handedly
alone.
I ran it for a while alone. And now I'm proud to say we have a team of over 7 people.
Wow,
Yes.
congratulations, Gloria.
Yeah. So currently we are running a team of 7 people, majorly females. It wasn't intentional, it just happened
I've met
that
some
way.
of them.
Yes, so there's my business partner, Victoria Nyanzi,
Yes,
female. We have Desire, female. We have Michelle, female. We have Proscovia, female. We have Vanessa, female. We have Lisa Chirabo, female.
Then
we
get
have
a
some
male.
guys. They're males. Our graphics designer is a male.
Okay.
The video photography team we work with are male, but it's mostly females. So that's how Plugged In started.
So, and
yes.
when did you hire your first worker?
My first person was hired, I would say, 2023.
2023.
Yes, her name was Elizabeth Akol.
Yes.
Yes, she's not with us anymore. She, joined somewhere else, but she was the first person that I hired to work with. By then, she was a executive assistant and also account manager at Plugged In. Yes.
And you were just doing this with her, just the two of you.
Just the two of us. So, we didn't even have an office by then. So would, maybe find like a restaurant, sit somewhere, and then just go through like our tasks for the week. So what are we doing this week? We're doing this, we're doing that. And I mean, we ran like that for a very long time, I must say. And it was working somehow.
It's now a serious firm in Uganda.
Absolutely.
Plugged In Communications.
We thank God.
So Gloria, what are those disciplines that you stuck to repeatedly that led to your success, to the success of Plugged In?
I think for me, honestly, the main thing I would say is, number one, it has been sticking to why I started this. What was the whole purpose for me starting this? So regardless of how much frustration I found along the way, clients that don't want to pay you, clients that want to underpay you, people looking down on you, because that's something I faced a lot.
You're a girl.
A girl.
Did that.
So most times you walk into meetings and someone first looks at you and they sort of like
Look down on you.
Look down on you. You need to arrive in a Range Rover,
Does that really matter?
I mean, in this country, my friend, you realize it actually matters, because we said like how you show up. First impressions, exactly. So if you go to a meeting with a client and you show up in like an ML or a GLE, they're like
they look at you differently.
Exactly. So if you tell him the bill is going to be 25 million, it's like, yeah, she came in a GLE. But my friend, if you came in like an Uber, like
but
in one
you
of
don't
these...
have to look down on people. The people that you disrespect are the people that actually have money.
Yeah,
money
exactly.
To
But you see, as Ugandans, that's something we've still failed to understand.
And sometimes it's not even about the money. It's about the skill that you have to offer,
Exactly.
the value that you're going to add.
If I'm working with someone, I'm more interested in what you bring to me.
Bring to the table.
Value, what are you adding to me as a, as a business person, but even as a person, because I think also the other thing we fail to understand is that there's always this growing dynamic between employers and employees. You can learn something from your employee, you can also learn something from someone you just sit with in a meeting, because there are times I've been in like pitch meetings and someone says something, I'm like, okay, interesting. I didn't know that. Now I've learned that. So I feel like that's something we still need to learn and instill in the Ugandan culture, at least. So one, obviously, has been sticking to why I started this business. Number two, obviously, God. For me, God is very important.
Yes.
God is the beginning and the end and
The
everything.
end,
So even
yes.
when we're at office every morning, we have to pray. Like I come and tell the ladies, did we pray? Did we say our morning prayers?
Oh, that's beautiful,
Yes, because
Gloria.
without God,
Yes,
honestly, like I
yes.
wouldn't be here. I would be nothing. So for me, that is also very important. Sticking to my faith is important. Then obviously my values as a person. There are things I have decided I am not going to do. I don't care how much the struggles. I don't care how much adulting is adulting. There are things I'm just not going to do as a person.
As a person
And I
and
think
as
for
a
me, those
Christian.
as a Christian, but even as a person, because there's obviously there are Christians, there are Muslims, but there are certain values that we have to sort of possess as human beings. Like there's just something you don't do as a human being, right? So for me, that has also sort of kept me, like grounded and then obviously the money,
I
at
know
the
the
end of the day,
money,
it's the end
yes.
goal.
It's
So
the end
to
goal.
make my life better, to make my family's life better. So you just keep at it and keep working. When it fails, you stand up, you try again, you fall, you rise again, you just keep trying.
You keep trying.
Yes.
How have you managed to keep your reputation in your workplace? Because I feel like you're a big person. You're the only fashion diplomat I know in Uganda. So how have you kept that beautiful reputation for yourself?
What can I say? I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I think for me, I made a decision years ago. I think it was in 2015. So I get nominated for the Air Brand Style and Fashion Awards as
that's
I think
nice.
fashion journalist of the year. So I win the award. So I go up on stage to receive the award, right?
Yes.
But it had been, I think, one of those, like a bad day for me in regards to my outfit. So what I was supposed to wear did not come on time. So then the designer sort of like scratched something quickly to just sort of
yes.
like get me dressed up and everything. So the dress was not proper. There were certain parts that were not fitting well. So when I get up on stage, obviously like I have a bit of like too much cleavage.
Yes.
The dress is like very sheer. There's just like a lot was going
Even
on.
inside, you feel like, oh
yeah,
my, you're not
I felt
confident.
exactly. I wasn't very confident. I felt very uncomfortable. So I get up on stage to receive this award, and so I get home at the end of the night, right? So I'm scrolling, as we usually do. Like you get home, so you want to check.
You want to check through
people are congratulating you.
Yes.
And then I get on Facebook, and this blogger has posted up my picture, and he gives a comment like, "Oh, see who you voted for fashion journalist of the year. At who your fashion journalist too, something in Uganda."
That break you?
Oh my! That wasn't even bad, and that was before TikTok. You know how TikTok is very savage. That was the time before TikTok. So I go to the comments, yo. At some point, okay, I'm sorry, please forgive my language. At some point, someone called me a PIG. I don't want to say it in respect to,
Yes.
But someone called me a pig, right? Compared me to a pig, and there were all these comments about my body and my weight and like
the body shaming.
The body shaming. So that night, I made up my mind. I don't care what happens, what I do. I don't want to be famous in this Kampala. I want to be in the shadows. I want to, let the work speak for me. Like let my work precede me. Let people say, oh, this person does nice work. Oh, who is this person? Oh, it's Gloria. I've like, for me, that was very traumatic. It was a lot for me. Yeah, so I didn't want to deal with that. So I made up from like day one, I don't want to be like your typical celebrity out there. No, it's now.
I know, now you're fine.
Oh, no. Honey, I've
learn to support each other.
Yeah.
Oh my God, even on social media, let's not break each other.
Yeah, but that's a battle that I don't think we're going to win that anytime soon, because even now sometimes I open TikTok. I love TikTok. I'm obsessed with TikTok. So I open TikTok sometimes, and you find, so like maybe someone has posted their husband or their wife, and the comments in there, and you look at this person, I'm thinking, you don't even know this human being. Where are you finding the audacity, the guts to like tear them down, to shame them, to talk about their wife or talk about their husband, So I feel like that is, I don't know what we're going to do.
Bullying was left in school, but it's even worse on social media.
It is so bad. It is so bad. I think like 2 days ago, I was watching a lady. She's a Muslim lady. I think she won the Bake Off in the UK. It's like a cooking contest.
Yes.
And she was talking about how when she won, and so people were commenting, and she got a lot of like threats. So they moved from off social media to actual threats. Like people would leave notes at her door, telling her to unalive herself, and like, we don't need you. You should not have one, all because she's a woman and she's a Muslim. So I feel like the society we are in now, the world we are in, you need to be very strong, and also have like muscles, thick skin. like be strong. Like someone throws a comment, you're like,
you know what? You
okay,
take it in and you just don't even look at it.
And then
because
obviously remember that this is just something I've also had to learn, over time, that a lot of times when how people treat you has nothing to do with you. It is
It's just
actually a
about
reflection
them.
of how they feel
Yes,
about themselves. So like if I'm hurting, if I'm going through something, I need someone else to carry that pain for me. So, it's like if you come and I say, oh my God, Judith. So you come and you're like, oh my God, did you see my new braids? I like my hair. I'm like, yeah, they're nice, but the color, like there's just something about the color I don't like. So I'm thinking, why are you bothered about someone's hair?
I know.
She went and did it. She loves it. It takes nothing from you to like just compliment them and say, I love your hair. You look beautiful. You look so pretty. It takes nothing from you.
This is something that mostly happens with women. We just have that problem.
Women love to tear each other down. I honestly don't know what that is about. I don't know if it's because there are fewer men, so we're always hustling for them. Yeah, but honestly, like I feel like we need to do better. I believe we need to do better. Yeah, like compliment one another. Say something nice. I remember when the event that I met you at, and one of the ladies pulled me out. Okay, when I was away from the stage, and she came. Oh my God, like you're so beautiful, like your skin. I'm like, beautiful. Wait, my skin, the same skin I've grown up not liking.
Someone loves it.
And someone loves it because I don't know. I haven't. Most of my siblings are lighter skin, so for a long time I would have to over explain. No, I'm not the step sibling. I'm actually the firstborn. Like yes, these are my siblings. I happen to be a melanin queen. So like just compliment someone. Someone could be having a bad day. They could actually be like this close to.
Yes.
And you saying something nice just sort of changes the entire trajectory of their day.
I know.
Yes.
So, Gloria, when it comes to work-life balance, do you believe that someone can actually work full-time or have like 3 different jobs? I mean, you're doing a lot of work. How are you balancing that?
I would be lying if I said I'm balancing it. Honestly, for me, I take each day as it comes, because some days are busy, some days are not busy. So there are days where I'll work and probably get home at midnight. So I know that day ended up like that, and so I'll get home at midnight and sleep for however much hours I can get in, and take the next day as it comes. I feel like as human beings, we've got to a point where we try to, I don't know how to explain it, but we put so much pressure on ourselves. And obviously social media is not helping. It's not helping. When you find someone says, oh, I'm a lawyer, and then I'm also a suit designer, or then I'm also running a restaurant, then I'm also a consultant, maybe at State House. So you think, this guy is doing 4 jobs. I can also do it, So I feel like there's this unnecessary pressure that we put on ourselves. But honestly, for me, I don't answer that I'm balancing. Honestly, I take each day as it comes. There are days where I'm fortunate enough to stay home the whole day and, watch my Netflix and catch up on things I've not been able to watch. Then there are days where I even hardly have time to look at my phone because you're moving from a meeting to a presentation, you're hitting deadlines and all these things. So honestly, I don't feel like there's this pressure to like balance it, make sure it's all working. The truth is it can't all work. That's it. Like it can't all work. Like something will work, something will fail. So I feel like let's give ourselves some grace, we're only human. To be honest, if Eve didn't eat the apple, we would not be working this hard. So exactly. So like, I mean, God didn't create us to hustle.
When I was in hospital giving birth, it was so painful. And I told my sister, if Eve hadn't eaten the apple, I wouldn't be going through this pain.
I mean, like, honestly, Eve, wherever you are, we are not very happy. But but the truth is, from like the beginning, God didn't create us to like hustle. It's something we've had to, take on because of, the fall of man and everything. Yes, so I feel like as human beings, we need to give ourselves some grace. Also, don't try to do it all, because you can't do it all. But then also at the end of the day, I feel like there needs to be like an end goal. Like, don't do it to, be better than your neighbor, be better than the guy in the office next door because you're always seeing him sitting in like 10 meetings a day. So you also start imagining you should be better for you. You should be also have like a purpose to why you're doing all these things, because you might find that there's no reason for you to have 3 jobs. You can have the one job, you're 9 to 5 and you're good and you're okay. And in the evening you can leave the evening, go have some pizza with friends and life just keeps on moving. So there's this unnecessary pressure
that we put on ourselves. And sometimes it's all fake on social media. It's not actually real.
And sometimes.
All
a lot
the
of
time,
it is fake.
all of it is
oh,
fake.
yeah.
Oh,
A lot of it is fake. Trust me.
and we put ourselves on pressure for no reason.
Yeah.
What challenges has Plugged In faced over time, and how have you managed to overcome all these
I don't know if I can call them challenges. I think there were tests.
tests? Yeah.
The very first one, working alone. It seems like a good idea, but it's never a good idea.
Yes.
Because there was a time when I was literally doing everything. I was the one posting on the client social media because we do digital marketing. Then I was the one taking meetings. I was the one also handling the pages for Plugged In Communications. Then I was the one thinking of ideas and concepts for the client. Then I was the one dealing with the finances of the business, which means the person that's pitching is the one calling you to demand for balance. So I was sort of doing everything by myself, and I did that for a long time, and it was draining. It was extremely draining. But also I happen to be one of those people that likes to get things done by themselves. So also letting in other people was a bit of a challenge for me, because I like to do things really fast. Like if I say, Judy, please pass me that bag, and then you say, okay, yeah. In like 2 minutes, if you're not done it, I've already gotten the bag myself. So for me, that was also very hard, sort of like letting people in, but it's honestly been very helpful. The other challenge has been obviously dealing with clients and payments. I can't list for you. There are so many people in this town who owe me money that I'm probably never going to get. Yeah, because they've made the decision not to pay me.
Not to pay you.
Yeah, you know yourselves. Anyway,
and when you go asking for it, it feels like you're begging for your own
that's
money.
The thing. Yeah, like it seems like you're begging, and they seem so bothered by it. Like, how dare you call me to demand for your money? There's someone that I used to work with, a very high profile person in this town, and I was still doing the same work for him, mostly copywriting and digital marketing as well. But then he would go months without paying, like 6-7 months no pay. And then one time, unfortunately, my grandmother passes away. So when you lose someone and you're panicking, and so I'm trying to find money. I need to go to Xoro like now. And so I'm thinking of everyone that owes me money, right? Because that's what you do. You think of everyone that has your money.
Yes.
So I call him. I'm like,
money.
Hi, unfortunately, my grandmother's passed away. I need to go to Xoro. Like, I need my money. And he tells me, how does your grandmother dying concern me?
Whoa.
Like, how is that end of my business? Why are you calling me at 9 a.m. to ask me for money?
And it's your money.
And it's my money. This is this is 8 months of work that has not been paid. And this is the kind of person who, also the other thing I've also maybe had to learn over time, which is there's now something I do. I don't carry my laptop home.
You don't do pro bono work now? Do you still do pro bono?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I know.
Yeah, so the whole payment issue is now I don't carry my laptop home, because I used to have clients would call you at 11 p.m. at midnight. Like, there's this thing that you were supposed to do. Can you send it to me now? I'm like, sir, it is midnight. I'm in bed. Like, yeah, get on your laptop and send it to me now. So also that people not having boundaries, because they know it's you. You're the owner of the business. They work with you. So obviously getting a team has been very helpful, because now there are clients I don't even speak to. There are clients I don't handle because they're account managers. So obviously that dealing with clients, then the finances of the business have honestly been also very hard, because this is a self-funded business. There are no investors. There's no
Plugged In want some investors.
Yeah, there's no baby. There's no all those things. So there's no parent, there's no family money.
It's all you.
It's all me. So that obviously that has been challenging, but we thank God over time it's been it's solved grown, and things are happening. Yes. Maybe the other challenge would be the boundaries. We talked about boundaries, clients not having boundaries, and then also people not valuing the service that we offer. That should have been my problem number one. Like, they want the service, they know they need the service, but they don't see why they should pay you that much for the service.
For the service.
Exactly. Because the whole PR culture here, especially with like individual brands, is still growing. So you find someone like an artist, your celebrity, they don't need the PR. They need like a whole 360 image whole, like change how they dress, change how they talk, change how they speak on social media, change how they respond to fans on social media. That is all PR. But
I think I was about to actually ask you to explain to us.
So it's
PR,
more of that, like if you're either a personal brand or a corporate brand, so you sort of change everything about them. But now you find an artist, our artist here, then you say, so I pay you how much?
Sente zonna zaaki.
the social media and solo kolera ate just posting. Then there's also that thing, client saying it's just posting. My friend, it is not just posting. If it was just posting, you'd not have called me. We would not be having this discussion. So I feel like there's also still that issue of people not really understanding the service. So I feel like they want it. They know they want it, but they don't understand it, so they don't see the need.
They don't want to pay for it.
They do not want to pay for it. Someone wants to call you and give you 500,000 to do a month's work. Like, so sometimes I even ask them, is that like $500,000? Like, am I hearing badly? So
UGX,
exactly, like that UGX. So there's obviously that, like, clients not valuing the work we do, thinking it's easy, like, just talk posting over postings. Like, no, it's not as easy as just posting. Otherwise, everyone would do it themselves. So those are just really some of the things that we face. But over time, those are things that we're dealing with, like the client's not paying. Now we have someone that deals with finance. So we obviously don't do work and before we get, like down payments, very important. We don't do work without a contract. Contracts are very important. And if someone used to tell me, Ugandans don't respect contracts. Kati contract jiwani. My friend, have that contract.
Yes.
Have it, no matter how small it is, even if it's just a conversation on WhatsApp that you guys, they mentioned, I need this service. Yes, I'm offering the service. This is how much I'm paying you. That is a contract. So keep it. You're going to need it. Yes.
And the boundaries bit, how did you
And
deal
the
with
boundaries bit, obviously now with the team it helps because then people had this whole thing of it's like it's like how you go to Javas and you're friends with Mandela. So you're like me, I'm friends with Mandela. We play
We'll
golf
pay
together.
later.
Like we'll pay later. No. So now because there's a team, you're not dealing with Gloria
directly.
Like because I'm Gloria's bestie, Victoria keeps saying I have like 1,000 besties. So like because I'm Gloria's bestie, no. Now it's business. So I feel like that's something that we've had to instill over time. Like be very strict about it. So like if even some of my friends, like really close friends, like when it's business, that's why I'm not going to take a meeting on a phone call on WhatsApp. No, we'll do a whole proper Google meeting. Everyone on the team will be there.
Yes.
Everyone will be in the know, so that now when we call you to ask for money, you're not saying no, but I discussed with Gloria. No, you didn't discuss anything with me.
The team.
At this point I don't
even
know you. You discussed with the team at Plugged In. So then obviously also detaching myself a bit from the business, not fronting it like it's my family. No, it is Plugged In Communications. It is the business, not Gloria's business. That has also been very, very helpful. Yes.
About that point, Gloria, how did you separate your personal money from the business money?
I'm glad you asked that question. For a very, very long time, the money was not separating.
It was.
Because so you sort of get paid, but then the money comes. But yes, well, there's no office. But as a person, I also have bills, and I'm the business ideal at that point, So if maybe I had to take a cab to go to a meeting, so now I'm wondering, is the company paying for this cab or am I paying for this cab? So it was honestly very tricky in the beginning. And then you find that also because I was not separating the money, I was working a lot, but very broke. Yeah. Like I was like
you weren't paying yourself?
Not really. Because you see the money comes in, so it pays my bills. It also handles
the business.
Yes. It pays the little salaries of whoever I'm working with. So it was honestly very hard, and I struggled with it for a very long time. Also because I'm generally not very good with money. Yes, I mean in terms of handling money. No, I love money. Money loves me.
But
in terms of handling, absolutely. But in terms of just handling money and separating this is this. So it was very hard in the beginning, and I got to a point where the business, I was, as a person, I was busy. Like I was here, I was there, they find you at this event, at the other event, the other meeting, but when the month ends and you're mathing, the math is not mathing. You actually don't have money because the money that you should have set aside, so it sort of got mixed. Either it paid my house rent, or it was,
it paid the water bills.
Or it was paying, like the meetings I was in, it bought the coffee for the client, or I sent it to the graphic designer, or like it just, the money was just diverting. So having the team has obviously helped because now I don't deal with money. I don't know about, I know about the money, of course, but I'm not directly in control of it. So like when it comes, there's now someone that's in charge who now separates and says, okay, this goes to the company account. And end of the month, I also get a salary.
Yes, it's very important.
Exactly.
It's
actually
very big.
So I get my salary. My business partner gets a salary. We pay salaries for the team. Then we pay the rent for the place, whatever bills we have, and then we still have some left now for the business. Yeah.
So do you like have a personal consultant, someone, a finance person
Oh,
who
yeah,
deals
we
with
have
that?
someone on the team.
On the team, not like
Yes.
someone who comes and
And
just consults with you
because
guys.
I don't feel like we're there yet. So we
There
do have a
yet.
consultant, someone that we work with. She mostly helps us with like like the URA bits, the taxation bits, and all those things. Then we have someone in house that deals with finance.
With finance.
Yes.
Because recently I had a conversation with Esther Monduro. I think it's the last podcast we did, and she actually shared a lot about finances, how you're supposed to plan out your money, manage your money.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a lot. She says, she did a bachelor's degree in finance and banking, and she was so illiterate about finances even after graduating, until she had to come up with templates that helped her.
Yeah.
So sometimes you always, not sometimes, in business you need a personal finance someone to do that work for you. At least if
Exactly.
you can't do it for yourself, because most people in Uganda today, we are starting small businesses. We are so many, but we don't separate our personal finances from the business finances, and we end up messing it all up.
Yeah, and then you'll also actually, after a while, you realize that yes, the business is running, things are moving, but you're probably undervaluing your services. That's why you realize that maybe you're working so hard, and the people with whom you share this industry, let's say if you sell flowers, right? So you find that maybe the other person that sells flowers is making, a lot more returns than you are. And yet we are selling the same flowers. I mean, what's happening? So obviously having a consultant helps. You need someone. And also you can't do everything,
yourself.
Yes, I might be good at writing, but clearly, let's admit, money is not my thing. Like I can't
I
deal
know,
with money.
I
I
know,
can't separate the Excels and, the logbook. So let someone do that. Let
Do that
someone
for
else
you.
take on that. Yeah.
Seek the knowledge when you know that you actually need the knowledge.
Exactly.
Seek it and
Yeah.
be hungry for it. For the young people out there who are trying to start businesses, someone trying to start a business, what challenges might they face, and how can they deal with that?
I think the first challenge that this young person is going to have to deal with is pressure, the social media pressure. I was actually talking to a young lady yesterday that wants to get into events planning. So she was telling me how she wants to become a wedding planner, like branch out as a wedding planner. And I got the feeling that she wants to do this because maybe she watched a TikTok or she watched an Instagram
Yes,
video.
someone.
So I actually asked her, why do you want to do this business? So a lot of young people, the pressure is going to be there, to get there first. And then that's also the other issue. They want to build...
Get rich quick.
Exactly. Like get rich quick, like do it so quickly. It's taken years
Achieve
for a lot
Gloria's 7 years in 1 year.
It's more than 7 years. It's been so many years. I started when I was in my second year at university.
That's
So
good.
like it's been, over time. So one, there's going to be pressure. Number two, there's also going to be confusion, not knowing exactly what you want to do. Because I know of someone who at some point she baked cakes. Then she was a decorator at some other point. Then she was a makeup artist. Then at some point she was selling snacks. So when I said on, I was like, okay, so I mean, like, what are we doing? I mean, choose a hustle and stick to it. So obviously that confusion is going to be there. And then there's obviously waiting for someone to come and save you. The truth is no one is coming to save you. It's sad, but it's the reality. Nobody's coming to save you. So unless you, by some miracle, you land into some money that, Pablo Escobar buried somewhere, or just by some miracle, you win the lottery, which I don't know that happens a lot here. No one is coming to save you. So you need to figure things out on your own. Regarding the pressure, I think we need to constantly remind ourselves that everyone's journey is different. Everyone is going to have different experiences. That's why we even look different, because we go through different things. Otherwise, we'd all look the same.
Would look the same.
Exactly. So we are different because that's how life is supposed to be. So your journey is not the other person's journey. So the pressure, honestly, if you can, I do this myself. Sometimes I log out of social media.
Yes, we need to do those breaks and
have a break,
like a fast.
Exactly, actually take it like a fast, because the more you keep scrolling, so you're there watching, then you're seeing your friend who just opened a business near Parliamentary Avenue, and then you see there stressing, you're seeing another signing a deal in Dubai, and you're like, now what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? No, you are doing well. The mere fact that you're still here
means
walk your walk, and your hustle will come. So that pressure, honestly, if you can log out of social media, then the other thing, no one is coming to save you. You are your own savior, and maybe Jesus Christ.
Definitely.
So
Not even maybe, definitely.
Okay, Jesus Christ and yourself. But while we are here doing the business, you are your own savior.
Yes.
So first of all, do something that people keep saying, do something you're passionate about. But I don't think passion is enough, because for me, I don't think passion can get me out of bed. So have a clear reason why you're doing this thing. Yes, I mean, I may be passionate about clothes, but if I wake up in the morning and maybe I was supposed to go to a window market to do a run and it's raining, you think passion is going to sit me on a border in the rain? Absolutely. I'll be like, we'll do that. Let me sleep. We'll do that tomorrow. So you see, passion is not enough. So you need a clear driving factor on why you're doing this thing.
You're doing what
so
you're
like
doing.
how I said, when I said for me, the PR thing was like, I wanted to be part of how brands grow. Like, like so like some of the brands I've worked with over the years. So you see, and then you see maybe like Beroko 201 and what I'm like, yes, I was part of that story, So you see maybe like the Air Brand Sale and Fashion Ads they're having, they're maybe 10th edition. I'm like, I was with that brand for 5 years. I was part of their story, like the first people that got nominated. I was writing those lists personally. So like I've been getting goosebumps. Like for me, that gives me like so much joy, So now that is the purpose. So figure out, why do you want to do this thing? Why do you want to sell earrings? Are you just selling them because your father gave you 10 million and said, go to China? So you went to China, you bought earrings. Then you come here. And you don't know what to do with the earrings. You don't even know what earrings to choose.
That's a question that's actually even about to ask. Like, someone gets money and they don't even know what to do.
That's the thing. And it's quite sad, because the people that don't know what to do, for some reason, always get this money. It's sad, but it's the reality. So I feel like first understand why you're doing this thing. Why do you want to do it? What is the purpose behind it? But then if you can, and young people today are actually very lucky. There are a lot of, like mentoring platforms. We have platforms like the African Sisters Network, where you can, there are a list of mentors. You'll have someone that works in Airtel. You have Gloria Haguma. You have Dr. Judith. You have so many people that you can go to and speak to, and they'll advise you, which we didn't have when we were starting out.
I know,
right? Like you had to.
We just fell into the water.
Exactly. Like even the person you're trying to look up to is also fighting their own battles. So now there are a lot of like platforms and opportunities, like learn, listen to people, let people mentor you. If you want maybe to say, let me say you want to be a makeup artist, find a makeup artist in Kampala. There's Faith Presh. Go to Mona Faces. Go to these people. Let's speak to them, see how they work. Maybe you can tell Faith, can I come with you maybe like on the next bridal run? So when she's working on her bride, you look at her.
Young people don't want to volunteer.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So, but they need it. So you need to be out in the field with these people. Maybe you want to learn how to do hair. Call Mbaja Sean and say, Sean, but next time I know Mugole, let me come. So go see how he's doing. You don't even need to be paid for it, because we were not paid for the internship that we did.
Yes, that we did.
When I was working, the paper I told you about, the Reza, I used to come from Mukono every day, because my dad lives in Mukono. We were living in Mukono. So I'd leave Mukono every day, come to
and you're not getting transport.
Nothing. They used to give us lunch, but I would come every day, day. For me, the goal was that I wanted to be like a proper journalist. So young people need to do that, get mentorship, let people, hang around people that have done this thing for a while. So before you set out and say, let me go to China and start importing chairs.
You first find out who is importing chairs in Uganda and how are they doing it.
And then you also find that maybe you don't need to go to China. Maybe they're actually young, very talented people here that are actually doing very nice furniture. You don't need to go to China.
And you can even go through someone sometimes, the taxes and everything. Someone can do that for you. But the problem is, us young people now want to just show people that have actually gone to China as on a plane.
Exactly, yes.
But it's
and then also I think the other thing that maybe young people, this is for young people really, everything is not for everyone. Right? Everything.
We are not all cut out to be bosses or even leaders.
The bosses aside, we are all not cut out to be content creators, guys. Get a job. Be serious in life and get a job. Because you wake up every day, and the moment someone has a smartphone, they have a ring light, they have a tripod, now I'm a content creator. Because then you'll ask them, okay, so what content are you creating? The content that you're giving us, what exactly are we supposed to do with it? Is it going to help us in any way?
The right person, she's a peer.
You find that because most people don't want to, do the whole hustling, hunting for a job. And then also young people nowadays, it's sad, but it's a reality. People don't want to do the whole 9 to 5.
No, they don't.
Like you find that because the places that I worked at before, I sort of branched out by myself. And you find that someone feels pained that you're asking them to come to work at 9
At
a.m.
9, yes.
And I'd be like, today when I woke up, like I had like a migraine.
Okay.
Like I wasn't
It
feeling well.
rained.
It rained. It rained, my friend. It rained.
It rained on our way here, but we're here.
My friend, we sat on borders in the rain to get to work. When
I
your employer
sit on
tells
borders
there's
when I'm going to
somebody I
look for my
worked
things
for
in town.
so many years ago, I won't name them, but it was 8:15 and the place had to be open by 9. And he called me and said, "Where are you? My client is at the door."
Oh, and it was 8:15.
It was 8:15.
Okay.
I'm like, it's raining. And by then I was living up here in Lukuli, Buziga. And he's like, yeah, I can see the rain. I don't
My
care.
client is
I need my store
to be
open.
Whoa.
I sat on a border. And it's not this little rain that you can. My friend, it was, that rain when it's even misty, you can't even see where you're going?
Yo.
Yes. So I put my day clothes in a little kavera and wore leggings and a t-shirt.
You went to work.
Song and belly. And went to work. But young people nowadays, someone, even just from, and I'm sorry guys, but yeah, at Plugged In, sometimes someone sends a message in the morning, "Good morning, I'm sorry I'm going to be late because it's raining." And I'm sorry, yeah, it sounds savage, but at the end of the day, I honestly don't care.
Yes,
Get
because
to work.
if it comes to places like now a pharmacy, you're literally saving a life.
Exactly.
You can't tell someone you're not going to save their life because it rained.
Thank you.
A
So
life has
honestly,
to be
like young
saved.
people, there's that mentality that they have. Actually, I keep asking most of the ones that I meet, I'm like, if you were working at State House,
Would you give the same
would you
excuse?
tell the maybe head of protocol, whoever, that I'm going to be late? No, they would not.
It's just disrespect. I think.
Thank you very much. It is actually disrespect. So I feel like a lot of young people today, very disrespectful, very lazy.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
true.
everybody
That's
wants
true.
to be a content creator. But guys, we are choking on the content. It's a lot. We're over consuming. Go find a real job.
And, I know.
The content creation is not for everybody.
It could even be just about your business. at
Exactly.
least.
Also, content creation, I feel like here in Uganda especially, it can be a side hustle. For you to say, I'm a full-time content creator, my friend, you had better be making 10 million and above a month, which I know most of them do not make. Because most of these brands, let's be honest, they don't want to be paying that much to, although I know they deserve it, the brands don't want to pay them that. So you're not a full-time content creator. Please go to work Monday to Friday. You can shoot content on Saturday.
On Saturday
Thank
and
you.
Sunday.
And Sunday,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. So, Gloria, what are the 3 pieces of advice you'll give whoever is watching this show, a business person, still a young person, or someone trying to start out?
Number 1, I want to say count on God, but we all don't count on God. So, and you can't go through this life by yourself. So everyone has where they fall, but I'll only talk to the Christians and maybe the Muslims. So, trust God, number 1. Let him be at the front of your business, at the back of your business, side by side. Begin all of it with God, Number 2, be principled as a business person. It will save you from a lot of things, the disrespect, the clients that have no boundaries. Like, just be principled as a person. And being principled doesn't mean you need to be tough, like scary. No, it is just, this is my principle and I stick to it. If I say that I'm not doing work with nightclubs, don't do work with nightclubs. If you say that, no, I don't work for this kind of person, then stick to it. In the beginning, it will be hard, but it will also save you from a lot. Yes, and you'll find that in the end, people actually respect you more for that, for sort of sticking to your boundaries and principles. Yes. And then lastly, what's the last one? Piece of advice for people in business. Please don't cheat the people you work with. Yes, but don't be a user. I think that's what I can use. Do not be a user, because like we wake up every day, all of us, to hustle and just make lives better for ourselves. So don't cheat someone, don't underpay people, don't be disrespectful to people just because they work for you.
What we sow is what we reap.
Exactly. Thank you. Karma is coming.
So it is.
Yes, so treat the people that work for you really well, be respectful above all, begin and end everything with God, and lastly, be very principled. Yes.
Thank you so much, Gloria.
This has been so much fun. It has
been so much fun.
I think we should do like a part 2.
Sweetheart?
Can we do a part 2?
Oh, okay. Let's think about that. We need to do
Let's cut and do a part 2. Yeah, continuation.
And
but thank you so much for having me. I loved this so
I'm
much.
honored. I'm honored to have you today. You're saying it's your first time.
Oh, it's the first
Deep
podcast
down, I
I've
don't
ever
believe
done.
you, but
No,
okay,
please
now I
go
believe
search
you.
the internet. The receipts will be there. This is the first time I've been on a
No, I
podcast.
believe you. Thank you so much, Gloria.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
me.
loving God.
Amen.
Thank you for being where you are today. We bless the Lord for that.
Amen.
And to everyone that has been with us today, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you, and I ask you kindly to subscribe, to leave a review, please, and share this podcast with whoever you think might need it. And until next time, please don't forget to stay curious and consistent. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
Bye.